Hello, everyone. Welcome to From the Shelf. This week, we're finally jumping back into the MCU with two movies for you guys. One of the most inconsequential and one of the more letdowny ones.
It sounds like we got some good stuff. Good stuff this week.
So we got The Incredible Hulk and Iron Man 2, which for a while, a lot of people didn't even know if Incredible Hulk was canon.
Yeah, after the recast, everybody's like, "Is that the same guy?" It's the same guy.
But nothing about this movie really followed up until Civil War, and that's just because Thunderbolt Ross was there.
Yeah, but it doesn't follow up on the plot at all. But that did finally solidify for people. Yes, this is the same universe. This was the second movie of the MCU, not the third, because some people think the 2003 Hulk is a prequel to this one.
Thank you for jumping. I was about to say that this is not a sequel to Hulk from 2003. That is its own separate continuity, which is really bad. Don't ever watch it. But they rebooted it to. Was this always planned to be part of the MCU, or was this just added on after the fact?
I'm going to say probably because there were a few references to S.H.I.E.L.D. and...
There's one reference to Captain America.
Yes, and then they had the, obviously, pre-post-credit scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's weird. That's not after the credits.
My guess was it was soft planned, like they could back out if they wanted to, because the rights issues with this movie are still wishy-washy, because this is a Universal.
Well, because you got to think too, if Iron Man had bombed, we would not have the Avengers.
Oh, for sure.
But Iron Man didn't bomb, so this I don't think did so hot though, if I remember correctly financially.
I think a lot of what would have been holding it back was people had seen the 2003 one and were like, "Oh, I don't know if I want another Hulk," because it's only 5 years later.
I personally think if we're doing that, I think this is a lot better than Hulk.
Oh, for sure.
Like way better. But how do I put this? It really does feel inconsequential to the greater MCU in the long run.
Which, I mean, that's not such a bad thing. It's not bad to have self-contained movies, especially when it's still getting set up. Like this is only the second movie in the franchise.
Yeah, that's true. And we don't get any sort of follow-up with any of these characters except for Bruce Banner until Captain America Brave New World.
Yeah, no, it is a full 17 years until any of the plot of this movie is followed up on.
But they do, at the beginning, do a brief recap of how Bruce Banner, became the Hulk with the gamma radiation and all that.
Yes, I was grateful for that speed run origin story in the credits.
We don't need it. We don't need it.
We just saw it. Don't need it.
But, and this is just like we mentioned in the Iron Man 1 review, and I will circle back to again when we get to the Iron Man 2 portion of this review. Edward Norton being here because the rest of the MCU is just weird.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, I don't feel like the way that Bruce Banner is played between Edward Norton and Mark Ruffalo is like worlds different. Like I can see them being somewhat the same character.
But I think because I'm so used to it being Mark Ruffalo at this point, that when I go back to this, I'm like, you're not the Hulk.
You're not my Bruce Banner. No, but I can believe them being the same character. However, the Hulk, I cannot believe being the same character.
Yeah, you and I have been talking about this for years. I couldn't care less one way or the other. I know you prefer the Hulk in this movie to the rest of the MCU.
Yeah, I was never, and I'm still not a fan of the redesign that happened in Avengers.
I mean, I'll be honest, I really don't care one way or the other about it.
I don't know. I feel like this Hulk is so much more visceral. He's just more intimidating to me. Whereas the other guy,
I mean, when he pulls out a bone from Abomination, stabs him with it.
Yeah, that's something. But I don't know. I just feel like the one that was introduced in the Avengers not only just doesn't feel like the same Hulk, but I don't know. He just looks like a big hairy troll to me.
Yeah.
It's not intimidating. It's like, what's wrong with your face, dude?
What? I can't remember the guy's name. Was it Emil Blonsky, the guy who becomes Abomination? I cannot remember his name.
The actor?
No, the character.
No, you got it right.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, he's early MCU villain. He's just kind of there.
He's just bad guy. That's it.
He gets kicked by the
bad
Hulk.
guy wants power.
He gets kicked, gets mad, becomes Abomination, almost gets choked out, and you just don't see him again until Shang-Chi, I think.
Yes, it's Shang-Chi. Which actually, I don't think. Yeah, Tim Roth wasn't in that. It was just a glimpse at the Abomination.
Yeah, he looked more like the comics in.
But then he does. Tim Roth and the Abomination have a bigger part in something you did not see, which is She-Hulk.
I've heard that, but I have not seen She-Hulk.
Which, I mean, honestly, I don't even know if She-Hulk is canon at this point.
Doesn't She-Hulk like Sonic 06 itself out of continuity?
The ending will never make sense because they're never going to follow up on it because it didn't do well. So I just don't even know if that's canon anymore.
But like again, going back, Betty Ross, don't see her again. They kind of neglect her because he ends up with Natasha Romanoff later in the franchise, so she's just null and void. Mr. Green, Mr. Blue, who becomes leader.
Remember him? He'll be mildly important in 17 years.
I think they were trying to set up a second Hulk film that just never happened.
It's probably because again, the rights issues with this were a thing, and they still are a thing. Disney has finally got full distribution rights for the character and what they want to do with him. But up until a few years ago, Universal still had the distribution rights for Hulk-centric movies, which is why they never got a follow-up.
It's so stupid because they don't do anything with him.
Yep. Well, they couldn't because the thing is they had the distribution rights for the character, but they did not own the character. So basically, if Disney had made a Hulk movie, Universal had the right to distribute it, but Universal themselves could not make a Hulk movie.
So it's stupid rights bullshit. Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
it was, but it's finally resolved. So if they want to go and make a Planet Hulk now or whatever, they can.
They probably should, but
instead they make a sequel in Captain America 4 because reasons. I don't know.
That's basically it because reasons. Like the scene with Bruce and Betty Ross when they're trying to, and Bruce like, I can't get too excited.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with Hulk lore, but
I thought it was just anger.
Is it a heartbeat thing? Is that what? Because that, like, I don't know. It just the heartbeat thing felt weird in this one.
I just want to know what that's like. If like you're in the middle of it, then he just turns to the Hulk. You just get like ripped in half. Like what happens there?
No, he gets roided up. It shrinks.
That was good. But really, because on this rewatch, the whole time I was just watching it like, okay, this was a movie.
Honestly, I think this is relatively solid for early MCU.
I'm not saying it's bad. I just didn't care, really. I was like, well, that's going to get followed up on a really bad movie, so I don't care.
I feel like it might have worked. It would have been a bit more interesting with Blonsky if he hadn't been immediately like, there's something wrong with this dude, and it had been a bit more gradual. That could have been
he was just crazy from the start.
Yeah, as soon as he saw Hulk, he's like, I am obsessed with this thing already. Which, oh my god, the way that Ross didn't warn the soldiers about the Hulk at all.
Oh no, he just let them get slaughtered.
Just like, dude.
Though I gotta say, the scenes with the Hulk, where he's like just hulking out, are pretty cool.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. And that's aside from the fact that I do like the design of this Hulk more than the other one. The way that the Hulk hulks in this is also just more intense.
When he said Hulk smash, I was like,
You know what is really funny about the name is, so the name was established by just some dude on the news saying it, and then everybody just immediately accepted it. The reporter accepted it, and Hulk himself accepted the name.
Well, it's kind of like in the old Spider movies where J. Jonah Jameson would just name the villains.
Yes, but this was just some random dude on the news.
And he just went with it. The rest of the series, he just goes with it.
There is something else they changed with the Hulk later, is that Mark Ruffalo actually does the voice for him, which also feels off, whereas in this one, Ferrigno did the voice.
Yes, you are right, he did.
And I feel like
doesn't he have a cameo as like a security guard or something?
Yep, and his weakness is pizza.
I mean, same.
Also, Peter Parker's teacher, Mr. Harrington, his weakness is pizza too, because he's there.
Yeah, I forgot that he was in this movie, and then they made him the same character. I forgot about that.
It was a retcon, because they're like, hey, but wasn't that guy...
There's a couple of early MCU movies that have Spider-Man characters appearing.
Yep, we'll talk about one in a little bit.
Yes, we will. But, like, for me, the Incredible Hulk is just whatever. Like, I don't dislike it, like a lot of later MCU movies, but I don't love it either. Like, compared to Iron Man 1, this is just not great. Maybe I'm the asshole,
No, it's a step down, but I mean, at the time, I was, and actually, no, still, I'm relatively happy with this movie. I've, like I said, no major problems with it. Ross is a dick.
Well, that's just Thunderbolt Ross. That's just how he is.
So, I mean, as usual, the weakest part of these movies is the villains.
Yeah, basically.
I know there was some behind the scenes drama with this one too, and I think this is part of why Edward Norton got removed from the franchise. Is when I guess when he signed on for this, part of his contract involved having control over some of the writing or having input with the writing, and they basically cut a lot of what he wrote.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Now we can't not talk about the Tony Stark scene.
Yes, again, the post credit scene. It's a post credit scene that was put before the credits.
Was he there to like recruit Bruce Banner, or what was he there for?
There's no way to make it make sense. That role for him, it doesn't make sense.
Like, because he goes to Thunderbolt Ross. We're putting a team together. But what's Thunderbolt Ross got to do with that? He's openly against you guys later on.
It has no follow-up whatsoever. It does not make sense for Stark to be the one there. It doesn't make sense for anybody involved with any of that to even talk to Ross.
Like you would think they would go with the Bruce Banner, right?
Except, yeah, I mean, he's off wherever.
I think there was a scene cut from this movie, and it's referenced in the Avengers, where he shoots himself in the mouth and the Hulk spits it out.
Yes, and they did film. They filmed part of that scene. Got cut, but they did film it. And yes, they do reference it in the Avengers.
I do like that that dynamic of it where Bruce Banner doesn't really like having this monster inside him.
Yep. Everybody's like, I want to weaponize it. Ross is trying to weaponize him, and he's like, I don't want to, or I don't want to control this. I want to get rid of it.
I don't want this. Just get rid of it.
Yep. Yeah, I gotta say, Ross in this movie, he looks a little bit different than his most recent appearance. He's got a mustache.
Yeah, that's the major difference right there. Lose the mustache or lose the election.
Yeah. Sad stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, Iron Man 2. So.
Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I had more stuff, but okay.
Oh, no, go ahead. If you got more stuff, go ahead, because I don't have much for this one.
Like, we didn't talk about Stan Lee's cameo.
No, we did not.
I mean, it's good to know there might be occasionally gamma-filled blood in your soda. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Also, there's a part where Betty wakes up snuggled up to Bruce in the cave. So was she just, like, lying on him the night before?
Yes.
Because I just want to know how they ended up in that position.
Bruce couldn't get too excited.
Oh, God. so she went for the Hulk instead because he was already excited.
That's right. How'd you know?
There's also a really weird cut in this movie right before that getting excited scene. She's cutting his hair, and then suddenly they're just facing each other.
There's a lot of weird cuts in this movie, but the director himself makes some weird filming choices. Like, have you seen Clash of the Titans?
Yeah, only once though, and it was around when it came out.
Yeah, same guy.
And then last thing I got is just a couple of things from the final scene. Bruce jumping out of the chopper without knowing whether or not he still has the Hulk in him.
Oh, he thought he was going to get crushed, and yeah, that was funny.
Just like, oh, shit.
Jumps out of a plane without a parachute. If it didn't work, he would have been so dead.
Abomination taunting the soldiers by grabbing and headbutting a rocket.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
That's one way to taunt.
I mean,
and then
he got his point across.
And even though it's completely impossible and does not make any sort of sense, the clap to put out fire is still pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it is.
Anyways, I hear you want to move on to Iron Man 2.
Actually, one other thing. I did like the reference to the Hulk Ultimate Destruction game where he's ripping apart the tanks and using them as gloves. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
But yeah, Iron Man 2. So this one I was hotly anticipating when it came out because I was a huge fan of the first Iron Man. And then we got Iron Man 2. We sure did.
Guessing a little bit of a mixed reaction to this one.
So there are scenes in this movie I legitimately really like. There are parts of this movie I really legitimately enjoy. And there are other parts where I'm just scratching my head like, that was a decision. So
yeah. Now there's some stuff.
So we'll get this out of the way right now. Don Cheadle is now Rhodey. And
yeah, they gave him a line real quick when he shows up. It's me. I'm here. Deal with it. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Very on the nose.
They try to play it off as him showing up to help Tony, but it's really, yeah, I'm Don Cheadle now. Just accept it.
Pretty much. And you'll never know exactly what happened because there are different sides to that story.
But again, just like with Mark Ruffalo being Bruce Banner now, going back to Iron Man 1 is weird because I can't think of Rhodey without it being Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
So it's strange. But one thing, this is the first movie I noticed this in. In the trailer, when he's up in the plane and he jumps out, he's with Pepper. In the movie, he's just jumping out of the plane by himself. It was different.
I remember that. It threw me off too.
I don't know why they changed that, but they did.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It happened a lot back then too.
Yeah, it did. So this whole movie is. Go ahead.
We actually I realized we had a bit of a missed opportunity to do Thor in this one as well because Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, and Thor all take place in the same week.
Ah, shit.
I forgot about that until I was watching these. And I was like, oh, we should have done Thor too.
Yeah, they're all right back to back in the timeline. I think it goes Iron Man 2 first, then Hulk, then Thor, I think.
They're happening at the same time. It's the same week. Like when Coulson says I've got to go off to New Mexico or whatever, he's going to do Thor.
Please don't say that.
I'm sorry.
But
I ship them.
Shut up. So they've got this whole Stark Expo thing going on. Well, you also have Justin Hammer being a little troll, little douchebag.
Oh god, he's just so awful.
And then you have Ivan Vanko. Okay. The reason people comment on the MCU having really bad villains is because of this fucking guy.
Yeah, I actually, even this time, I was going to watch it. I always skip the intro scene because it's so slow. It's so boring, and I don't care.
It is. It's horrible.
Every time I watch this movie, I always skip that first few minutes.
It's hard to stay awake during it. And it leads to this guy with lightning whips.
I mean, it's kind of neat. I don't see how he's much of a threat, but it's kind of neat.
He's a threat because he is.
Yeah.
That's the best I got. Like, I don't care about this guy. Like, why do I care?
Exactly.
He's an asshole. He's got a chip on his shoulder because something Howard Stark did to his dad. Okay.
He wants his board though. I can't say it the way he says it.
I want my board. Oh, you like the bird? I'm glad you like the bird. Hey, take his bird. Take his shoes.
God.
Justin Hammer is such a shit.
He's so awful. This movie gets the Stan Lee cameo out of the way super early.
It does, yeah.
He was Hugh Hefner in the first one, and now he's Larry King.
Yeah, he is. I think part of my problem with this movie is it leans way more on the comedy than the first one did.
It does.
And you got some pretty serious shit going on here. Like, why are you getting drunk and fighting your friend and pissing in your suit?
Because he's dying. He's sad, and they were reluctant to do the Demon in a Bottle storyline, so they did this instead.
I would rather have just been Demon in a Bottle. Yeah, I know. The thing, he needed to make a new element to fix the arc reactor because he was dying.
Yeah, I gotta say, though, that palladium poisoning plotline, it gets completely undermined by the third movie.
We'll get to that in the third movie because
I don't know. It's just like it's a huge part of this, and it turns out he could have just gotten the thing removed the whole time.
That made me really mad, but we'll get to that in Iron Man 3.
Yeah, I know. We'll bring it.
And then like Rhodey could just put on an Iron Man suit without an arc reactor. I didn't know he could do that.
Oh yeah.
Like, was there an arc reactor?
It's in the suit for some reason.
But, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, why is it in the suit now? Like, wasn't the whole thing Tony had one in his chest so he could wear the suit?
Why did he go back to the Mark II and put the arc reactor in it? That is very confusing.
I couldn't, like, he had just worked with Justin Hammer, and Justin Hammer, like, made a copy of the Iron Man suit to make War Machine?
Maybe,
like,
probably.
Why did he have to take the Mark II suit?
Yeah. But to be clear, he does let Rhodey take the suit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Rhodey can't steal that unless he wants him to.
He just let him leave.
Yep. It means he was programmed to be able to use the suit.
Mm-hmm.
Fury points this out.
Yeah. He just took it? You're Iron Man. He kicked your ass and just took it.
Doesn't work that way.
No. Oh, and then like the Mark V suit is really stupid.
What? You about to get stabbed for that one.
What, the one with the suitcase?
It's still considered one of the coolest suit ups in the MCU.
I like the scene, but the suit itself looks dumb.
Well, because it fit inside a briefcase.
I mean, I like the scene. Like, that was a cool fight scene. I just don't like the look of the suit. I think the Mark
But
VI
it fit
is cool.
inside a briefcase.
I like the Mark VI at the end of the movie with the triangle design. I thought that was really cool.
Yep, and I guess he made it a triangle to represent the shape of the element he somehow made.
I also did like the scene where he's watching his father like actually praise him. I was like, oh man, that hit Tony Stark in the feels.
Well, because apparently he never said that to him in person, so that sucks.
Yeah, not once. And then Pepper becoming CEO of Stark Industries.
For the duration of this movie?
That was a choice.
Again, Tony thought he was dying.
Yeah, and then he wasn't when he made that new element because Tony Stark could just make elements. All right.
Yeah, no, that's like sorry. Jarvis says it's impossible to synthesize, and then Stark just casually performs alchemy
because he's Tony Stark. Like,
but
all
then
right.
The other thing is, did he do that process more than once? Did he make like an alchemy production line? Because there's a lot of suits later.
He may have. I mean, go Tony Stark, I guess.
I just want to know, like, was this a one-time thing? Did he?
You know what I never understood? Why does that element taste like coconut?
And metal.
Yeah, he mentioned that it tastes like coconut. I'm like, what? What?
It was just meant to be funny, I guess.
And I do love when he just disrespects Cap's shield and uses it to just like fix that line or whatever it was.
Yeah, and that's got to be extra horrible for Coulson, though, who's such a Cap fan.
I was present while you were unconscious.
We'll get to that.
Oh, I'm gonna love that review.
Oh man. Let's not forget, this is also Black Widow / Natasha Romanoff's / Natalie Rushmore's. Is it Rushmore? Rushman? What was it?
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, Black Widow. This is where she first shows up.
And she is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She's what?
What?
Okay.
What? Well, what?
I don't know.
Anyway, now that my Jessica Rabbit moment for this review is gone.
Oh my god, is that what that was? Man, you and redheads, I swear.
Look at her. What's his name? Happy Hogan has more to do in this movie. So
yeah, like drive against traffic on a racetrack. That's smart.
Yeah, and try to fight people. Didn't work out that well for him.
Oh, he also hits Whiplash with his car twice, and Whiplash is just fine.
This movie's stupid.
It's pretty dumb. I'm gonna have to ask you to exit the donut.
And then how about the hammer drone?
You mean the hemorrhoid attack?
Yeah, that. And yeah, he makes drones for him for Justin Hammer for some reason. Vanko just
drone better.
Yeah. And then Iron Man and War Machine team up at the end of the movie.
Which, dude, the first time I saw that scene was actually pretty freaking cool.
It was.
That laser spin is crazy.
It's a one-off. I love how they retroactively made that little kid Peter Parker.
Yeah, I don't even know how that came up. I mean, it seemed like it was should we? It could be, right? Yeah, okay, sure, why not?
It was a fan theory that people were having, and then Kevin Feige and Tom Holland canonized it.
Because, again, it's just like, well, I guess, why not?
I mean, it works, I guess.
It does. I mean, he's a little tiny, but close enough.
Well, he should be a little kid at this point.
No, I meant like he's a little smaller than he should be, but maybe Peter was just a small kid.
Peter's not particularly tall as he's older.
That's true.
Like, I think he's like 5'7", 5'8". He is not a tall person. And then...
Kate Mara has a really huge part in this movie. She serves him a subpoena, and that's her whole role. She goes on to play Invisible Woman.
Oh, I forgot she was in this.
She's in this for like 30 seconds, if that.
I legitimately forgot she was in this movie.
It's very strange.
I just watched it. I was like, oh yeah. I completely forgot she was in this fucking movie.
And then, of course, they get Senator Stern back at the end to honor them.
Yeah, little prick. And then the Thor post-credit scene.
There you go.
Yeah, so these... Go ahead.
These are hard. These are hard to talk about.
Honestly, like, I'm not the biggest fan of either one of these. I like Iron Man 2 more than Incredible Hulk.
I would say I definitely like the Incredible Hulk more.
But either way, like, these are not in my high point of MCU films either. It's just cool. They set things up. It's about it.
I get you're just so excited about these movies. It's great.
I gotta get through them to get to the ones I really want to talk about, though. So
I'm the last time. Okay, never mind. That's I get it.
I don't dislike these. I'm just not like Revenge of the Fallen, where I was like, yeah! But
It's actually what I was just thinking about a second ago.
Oh, were you?
Well, I was because I that's how I was about Revenge of the Fallen because we have to do it because I want to talk about Dark of the Moon, but yet we ended up talking about Revenge of the Fallen for quite a while.
I had a lot more to say because I was so fucking mad at that movie.
That's the thing. If you really like a movie or you really hate a movie, you'll have a lot to say about it. If you're indifferent about a movie like you are about these two,
it's hard to get through. You're just like, yeah, I'm going through the motions at this point.
Sad,
but
true.
Next week will be the season finale of season 4, guys. And I think Cody and I want to end this year on kind of a bang, so to speak. So, what are we talking about, my friend?
Oh, we are going to be talking about Avatar, Fire and Ash.
We're talking about the third one or the other two. Oh my god.
Literally, you're the only one who cares about that.
Listen. But point is, next week, guys, we'll end the year with Avatar, Fire and Ash. Since we won't be here, I hope you guys all have a Merry Christmas, and we will wish you Happy New Year's next week. So happy holidays, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Take care.